Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Taylor and
Colleen.
I keep forgetting the and. I don't know why. What's happening?
It's only been a year, Taylor.
I know. Oh yeah, it's our year anniversary.
It's our year anniversary.
Yay.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Happy anniversary. We're talking about how like it feels like it doesn't feel like that long ago, but it does at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like the first episode feels like forever ago.
I know.
Remember how nervous we were too?
We were so, like,
Just in front of each other.
yeah.
It was so weird. I remember I laughed a lot. I mean, I always laugh, but like that one was like, I don't know the level.
That was when Norman was like, he literally called us and he was like, hey, so
I got some feedback for you.
Yeah. Lean away from your mics just a little bit.
Stop yelling into the mic.
Which then sometimes when you're getting a call from Norman, it's like, we got in trouble.
It's either good or it's either props or it's like, you need to fix this.
Yes. But he always says it in a nice way. He's like, so did you guys do something different this time?
Oh, funny you said that. Yes, we did. We thought we tried something better and it wasn't.
It just made his life so much worse.
We also used to like cover the ground in blankets and we had the tiny soundboard to block out the noise.
That did nothing. There was no stopping it.
Literally just made it look like we were building a fort in my office.
We were literally building like blanket forts to be like, yeah. I wonder if this will help. And then, you remember when Norman came over because he wanted to see the setup?
This is it.
And as we're putting blankets down on the ground and like pillows around us, he's like, what is happening?
He's like, that actually doesn't do anything. And it was funny too, because we even sat on the complete opposite sides of the office. Like, because when you walk in my office, there's like a desk. So you can kind of like go into the corner and Colleen would be all the way in the corner and I'd be all the way in the other corner. And we could barely, it looked like we were playing Battleship.
Yeah. I did. And then we had like the extra protection.
Yeah. Like I could only see like your eye.
I feel like we would be like talking, like we would be talking to each other. We'd look
into
like,
the camera.
Into the camera.
To actually see you, I'd have to do that. So funny.
And like we were just like, because I guess you can't really see it, but we're literally like across from each other right now. And we were like, we see other podcasters make this work.
It took us so long. Well, I mean, I feel like we knew because Norman is like, you gotta upgrade your equipment.
Yeah.
You want to sound professional? I can only do so much.
He's like, he's a very talented man.
He made it sound really good for what we had in the beginning.
But he would show me what he would have to do. And I was just like, oh, that's crazy. Like to make it even sound like
so
audible.
Sorry about that.
But he's our
yeah.
That poor guy.
But at least we upgraded. We have it down now for the most part. Sometimes things go.
Sometimes we forget to hit the record button.
Sometimes we forget to hit record. Sometimes I forget to turn up the volume.
Did we hit record?
We did.
Okay, thank God.
Like, let me double check. Okay, sometimes it's the ghost though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 100% me.
Yeah, the spirits be spiriting sometimes.
Yeah, because I love that we caught it on camera that one time because I was like, it was you, it wasn't
me. But they have been extra like lately. Like I'm like, I appreciate you guys so much. Like
the orbs.
Yeah, like the orbs, the spirits. We love you guys. Yeah. Much respect. Let's just not mess with the equipment. Like, let's
it's like you can fly through our screen because like you guys, I don't know if anyone saw it, but we posted on TikTok. We had some orbs flying through the screen, but just like not the equipment though.
Just like make it so that we can put the episode out. That's all we ask.
Because I mean, you flying through the screen, it's like kind of good content. So if you want to do that,
do more.
Go for it. Just don't try to play me and make me think. They're gaslighting me. That I thought I did that.
They were like, she must have again.
No, they're blaming her again.
That Taylor never hit me before.
They're like, you'd think she'd know what she's doing after a year. Apparently not. But anyway, before we forget, we have a live show this Friday, February 13th, Friday the 13th at Jared's Coffee Shop, 6 p.m.
So excited.
We're super excited about it. So I hope everybody could go.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun one.
I still cannot believe we got Jared's on Friday the 13th.
I know.
Isn't that
was awesome.
Great.
It worked out perfect.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you, Jared. Thanks, Colleen, for reaching out.
I'll reach out, but he's the one who let us have it. So
heck yeah. But anyway, so last episode, we only did a paranormal episode. We did Bigfoot, and it kind of took up the night. So this episode, we're going to be doing a true crime only episode, which I'm really excited for because I get to sit back and chill and just listen.
Which is kind of unfair because I still wrote my story last week. Like, I didn't get a week off.
To be fair, at this point, actually not. To be fair, you've written 2 stories now because you redid it.
I did.
You did like the work both weeks.
That's so true. I just was like, honestly, I told Kyle after telling this, I never want to talk about it again. Not like out of anything. I probably will. I'm being extra, but it just.
But I feel like you probably know so many facts now.
Yeah,
at this point.
But I've had to like pull it back and then add more and then pull it back again. So this is what we are just going with. And I promise, like I just get really excited about so many of them, and there's so much information about.
Yeah, it's like picking what actually stays and what gets cut.
Yeah.
But it's hard when there's like a lot of good stuff in it.
So I kept everything I possibly could, but there were things that I'm sorry, like we might go on tangents about.
That's okay.
Okay.
Girl, this is your episode.
Thanks.
Do whatever you want. I'm here for the ride.
Well, let's get into it.
Yay.
So, Taylor, I've got something to tell you. And tonight, I am going to tell you about the Stanford Prison Experiment.
Cool.
Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay. I don't know why I bother asking it.
She made a reference to it a while back, and she said she could tell by the look on my face, which did not know that it was that easy to read. Good to know, though, because gotta watch the face.
I forgot about that. So we were talking about Summer House.
Mm-hmm.
No, we were talking about a meme that I saw, but it was like, because we're big Bravo fans.
Yeah.
And I probably annoy a lot of people, but I love sending memes to people.
Mm-hmm.
That like, I don't know. They make me giggle, so I hope they
okay. Girl. I love that.
So I saw a meme that was like, let's do Winter House, because like Winter House on Bravo is like a coming together of like all the different franchise, or like Ultimate Girls Trip, like one of the ones that have all the different franchises coming together.
Mm-hmm.
But let's just do the men of Bravo, but we trick them into thinking that they're going on vacation, and instead it's just like a huge therapy session. But then I was like, we should actually just do the Stanford Prison Experiment with them, and like,
and I was like,
and I was so excited because I was like, Lindsay Hubbard would be the warden, like she was born for that, and Taylor's like, yes. But
I can see her being a warden. Don't know what the standard. What?
Stanford? The Standard Prison Experiment. But I was just loving that you were like a yes queen through it. Like
always.
But yeah, I forgot about
how this came to be.
Yes, so that's why I chose the Stanford Prison Experiment.
So now I will know what it is.
But, so I first learned about the Stanford Prison Experiment in a college psych class. And you kind of tell when there's like that unit that a professor is really excited to get to. And I feel like this is that one because I feel like if you've taken a psych class in college, everybody that I talked to when I was like, I'm doing the Stanford Prison Experiment, they're like, I remember taking a class.
I took Psych 101. I don't remember it. It might come back when you're talking about it, though.
Okay. Yes, I have not even got into the story. Okay, so
Like when you talk about it at some point.
You're like, can you really get to the story? This is what you usually go for. Okay, so first things first, we have to set the scene.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the late 1960s and the country is on edge. Protests are everywhere. There is a deep distrust of the government, people openly pushing back against authority. Sound familiar? Not that we're political, but it was very much a deep question everything kind of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the prisons were right in the middle of all of that. They were in the news constantly because they were falling apart. They were definitely overcrowded, underfunded, and they were getting more and more violent. And they were getting more and more violent because of several reasons. But essentially, the understaffed, underfunded, the guards were not regulated in any way. So the guards are like beating prisoners, not feeding them, not offering them any basic human rights, which obviously resulted in the prisoners rioting. And they were actually taking over facilities.
Damn.
Like basically, hey, maybe stop treating us like absolute shit.
Yeah.
Like, again, basic human rights.
Yeah.
So all of this is happening. And that's when a Stanford psych professor has a thought that pops into his head. He thinks, is all this prison violence happening because some people are just bad, or because the environment turns people into something they weren't before? That professor, our first main character, is Philip Zimbardo.
Mm-hmm.
So Zimbardo has this big idea that the situation matters. That's his theory. So the situation matters more than the person, meaning you don't have to be a monster to do monstrous things. Sometimes you just have to be put into the right or really, really wrong circumstance. So in 1971, he decides to test this. He puts an ad in the newspaper, which is kind of crazy because the ad literally just reads, male college students wanted for psychological study of prison life, $15 a day for 1 to 2 weeks. And he got so many responses.
Dang.
He got over 70 guys applying from this like tiny little ad.
Mm-hmm.
So Zimbardo and his research team start narrowing down all the applicants. They do interviews, background checks, they do psychological screenings, because what he wants is what he's calling quote unquote normal guys, meaning they have like no history of violence, no major red flags, which personally feel like maybe if you slip through.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. They're just good interviewers, you know?
Maybe a little manipulative.
Oh, yeah. But here's also a detail that's really important is that during the interviews, almost all of the men say that they would prefer to be prisoners. So not because they thought it would be easier, but because, like, again, it's that early 60s, early 70s mindset, that anti-authority, they're skeptical of power, more like pacifists. So they straight up did not want to play the role of the person in charge. They didn't want to be a part of the system.
Fuck your system.
I'm not a part of the system.
Throw it on the ground.
I literally wrote, cue the throw it on the ground.
We love Andy Samberg.
It's kind of like
Lonely Island.
our thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's our friendship. Literally.
I think we talked about it, but when we had the Christmas party and we did Ross Trent,
everyone was like, what the fuck are you singing?
They were like, what is happening?
I feel like, actually, never mind.
No, say it.
I was shocked because, I mean, we used to sing this song and play this song repeatedly all the time. But you know when it's been so long and you're like, I don't even know. And like, no, you remember all the words.
It was
so funny.
And like we karaoke'd Ross Trent, just so you guys understand what we're talking about. We karaoke'd Ross Trent. Go look up Ross Trent. It is iconic.
You will love it.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Okay. Back on
track.
Back to my story. Also go Google Lonely Island, throw it on the ground. Also iconic. Just look up Lonely Island.
Yeah.
Listen to the end of the episode though first. And then go look.
Yeah.
But don't forget, we'll remind you at the end. Maybe. I've already forgotten. Okay, so out of all of the applicants he gets, Zimbardo selects 24 men. Then he randomly assigns the 24 men into 2 groups. Half are going to be prisoners and half are going to be guards. And they do this by flipping a coin. So it's literally random. You know, heads, guard, tails, prisoner, whatever system they applied to their system. But at this point, now everyone is told which role they've been assigned. So you're aware you're a prisoner or a guard. But Zimbardo wants the prisoners to have the full experience. So he coordinates with the Palo Alto Police Department, and on a completely random day, without warning, the men assigned to be prisoners are arrested at their homes, apartments, wherever. Real police cars pull up, they are handcuffed, and they are like, while they know that this is probably part of the experiment, the people around them don't.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So I watched a lot of documentaries, and they also have a Stanford Prison Experiment movie, which is like star-studded, let me tell you. Randomly star-studded, but like there's one point where they literally like line up all of the guys, and me and Kyle were like, what's that guy from? Like,
it's just a bunch of like major celebrities.
But I wouldn't call them major. They're like randomly, yeah, like you're like, where do I know him from, kind of thing. And then when you look it up, you're like, it's like, you know the face, but you couldn't place it. And so anyway,
it's like the story of my life.
But so then you go down the IMDb hole, and but so they are arresting these guys, which my thought is like, they're getting arrested. So they know that they're part of an experiment and that they're playing a prisoner. So, you know, they're kind of like, I get that this probably isn't real. But the people around them don't know that it's not real. So it's already stressful enough because they're trying to like actively explain to him like, it's fine, while the police are just like, no talking.
Playing the part. Yeah.
So like I said, they get the full experiment. They're searched, they're read their rights, they're put in the back of a squad car. Have you ever been in the back of a squad car?
I have not. Have you?
I have.
What?
I know.
Why?
Because and I forgot about it until I like wrote that line, and I was like, oh, like it's uncomfortable. I got in a car accident. My car was totaled, and I was driving to soccer, and I was like distraught. And so the police officer was like, do you have somebody you can call? Like, because I was younger, like I'd never been in a car accident, and my car was totaled.
I remember that.
And so the police officer was like, well, can I drive you somewhere? And I was literally like, I was driving to soccer, and I was literally like, I could see the soccer field from where we were. And I played indoor soccer, and at that facility, so I get in the back of the cop car. One, it is like not seats. Like it's like kind of like plastic. Like it's a seat, but it's like plastic where you're almost kind of like forced to lean back. Otherwise you're like, you know what I mean? Like it feels like it's like you're kind of like sitting back.
Like deep down a little bit.
At least the one that I was in. I haven't been in.
Yeah, I mean, there's maybe a reason for that.
I'm sure, because they don't want them like leaning forward. Like,
hey.
Yeah.
Tapping on the thingy.
Listen, I'm innocent. But so then I get to the soccer field, and it's indoor soccer. So I pull up in a squad car. I'm bawling my eyes out. And I walk up to the girl, and you have to like pay to walk in. And she's like, just go in.
She's like, you clearly been through something.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna ask any questions.
Yeah.
Just go in.
I don't want any trouble.
Don't bring me into it.
I'm fresh out, lady. Like,
imagine her day. Like, what if she had something going on? She's like, I'm not even gonna deal with this.
But I figured you might appreciate that.
I love that.
Okay, so they're put in the back of a squad car. They are taken to the police station, like fully booked, fingerprinted, mugshot, the whole shebang. Only after all of that, they are transported to Stanford down into the basement of the psychology building. And Zimbardo and his team have transformed that basement into a mock prison. But it's very like school at night vibe. You know that, like, you're just kind of not supposed to be there kind of thing. And they turned these like small offices or closets into prison cells.
Mm-hmm.
So it's this very narrow hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And on one side of it is just a wall. On the other side are just doors that they've taken the window out and put bars in.
Oh, okay.
But then they also have this very uncomfortable fluorescent lighting going on too. I knew you would hate that. I had to.
All my lighting is yellow in here.
And so it's like, it's hard on the eyes, like it's uncomfortable, and they never turn the lights off.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's also very, very beige in there. Like, it is meant to feel uncomfortable and like almost suffocating.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing that happens when the prisoners arrive is they are told to strip completely down. Then they are sprayed down with delousing powder, which is like what they would get rid of lice or spray on dogs and animals if they needed to get rid of something.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically implying that they're dirty and they're contaminated. After that, they are given their uniforms, which are basically these, I call them a muumuu. Because it's just it's like
a gown.
Yes, it's a gown, like a sleeping gown. Yeah. And so, but they are still fully nude underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the front and the back, they are assigned numbers on their muumuus. And on top of that, they are given a nylon cap to wear, which is supposed to mimic a shaved head. And they have a chain placed around their ankle.
Mm-hmm.
Already, before anything has really even started, these men have been arrested in public.
I feel like I didn't agree to the muumuu. The cap.
We'll put a picture of this on our Instagram.
Yeah, I want to see.
It's nuts. But so nothing has even gotten like started, and they have been processed like criminals, stripped naked, sprayed like animals, dressed in humiliating clothing, and stripped of their names. Like, it's already starting.
Yeah.
Zimbardo later said that just with that, like literally just in a few hours, most of these guys already looked different. And watching the documentaries, they like, as they're walking in, they like are standing up straight, but as they're like, once they have the gowns on, like their shoulders, like slump shoulder, you know, it's almost like
shame or like
exactly.
Feeling, yeah.
Like, you know, when you feel like you're trying to like protect yourself and you kind of like get into your shell.
Yeah.
Like that's what they look.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, upstairs, the guards are getting ready. And this is where it gets really interesting because again, going like the uniforms and the clothing they give them wildly changes their personas. So the guards are given their uniforms. They get a khaki military style uniform. They get whistles. Oh, God. Don't give me a whistle.
Yeah.
Like,
be blowing that thing all the time.
That's where my attitude would have changed.
They're like, I'm not even doing anything. And you're like,
and then they get nightsticks. And then the last but very crucial part of it is they get mirrored sunglasses. And everybody talks about what?
I don't know. Just like the whistle, the military outfit, the mirrored sunglasses, the stick. I just imagine them like banging it on the pipe or whatever, the bars.
Yes, that's what they do. You already understand. Don't give a man a stick.
Don't give him any of that stuff. That's like just they're gonna be big douchebags.
Yeah,
I already see it coming.
And these are college men, so like, sorry.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Wait, the police officers?
Yeah. So they are these are all the college kids that applied for the ad that they've selected for this experiment.
Oh.
So like the police officers that arrested the prisoners were real police officers. Those were adult men.
But the ones that are there, the guards college,
are actually
they're going to take it to another level.
It's going to get, I knew you would know. But so these sunglasses, they talk about them like everybody says that these were the thing that truly changed them because they ended up being way more psychologically powerful than they ever anticipated.
You can't see the eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So multiple guards later said that the second they put those sunglasses on, something changed. One of them literally said like he could hide behind them and he really wasn't himself anymore.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
It's chilling. And that is day one.
Mm-hmm. And these are normal guys. Imagine the crazy people that get those kinds of jobs and are like, let's go.
Yes. So before everybody's in the jail to get like the prisoners are prisoning, guards are going to be guarding, but Zimbardo brings everybody together to explain the basic rules of the experiment.
Mm-hmm.
He tells the prisoners, like, you are going to get a prisoner experience. You're going to have no privacy, you have no rights, and you have no control over your daily life. He tells the guards, you're in charge. You are responsible for maintaining order.
Mm-hmm.
That is your job. But he does not tell them how to do that. The only rule they have to maintain order is that they cannot use any physical violence.
Okay.
They go real psychological. So now the experiment is officially beginning. First things, calm, kind of. Mm-hmm. The prisoners are led into their cells, 3 men per cell. They're cramped, uncomfortable. They're tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And at the start, like they are feeling demeaned, but they are still treating like this is kind of like a weird, awkward role play. Like they're like kind of joking with each other. Like this is crazy, right? Like, but the guards, they are already taking this more seriously than anyone expected.
Can imagine.
Almost immediately, they start establishing control. They create more rules than Zimbardo ever told them to create. So they decide that prisoners must always refer to each other by their numbers, not their names. Mm-hmm. So the numbers on their muumuus. Prisoners must stand at attention when a guard enters the room. Mm-hmm. Prisoners must ask permission to speak. Then they add another rule that, again, becomes extremely important. Prisoners are required to address every single guard as Mr. Correctional Officer, Sir.
Damn.
Anytime they speak, they have to say, like, Mr. Correctional Officer, Sir, may I speak? Mr. Correctional Officer, Sir, yes. Like,
I would fail that immediately.
Yeah.
Like, what is it again?
They're basically doing this to, like, constantly remind them that you are beneath us.
Yeah.
Then the guards introduced head counts. So at random times, and also remember that the prisoners had no clocks or windows. The lights are on all the time. They do not know what's like, they have no sense of time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So at random times, the guards would do these head counts and they would force them to line up outside of their cells and recite their numbers one by one. First, it was simple. It would be like, I'm prisoner 819. I'm prisoner 262. Mm-hmm. But very quickly, the head counts became something else. If one prisoner messed up, the entire line had to start over. If someone spoke too quietly, they started over.
Oh my God.
If someone hesitated, like if you did the stutter, if like I just did, we started over.
Ours would be never ending.
The giggles that would be happening.
They'd be like, get out.
So it became like what should have taken like 2 minutes, sometimes stretched into 20 or 30, and they were not allowed to go back into their cells or like go back to sleep until they completed the head count to whatever standard the guards decided. Mm-hmm. The prisoners immediately got tired, frustrated, and confused. They thought, I'm just going to go. Like, they literally thought, some of them were just like, listen, $15 a day to go just sit in a cell
and chill,
like, and I'm gonna get food and But also, instead of them all being mad at the guards, some of them started getting mad at each other because it would be like, dude, just get it together, like just say your number or just like say it faster, and like the guards would pick up on that. So then they would start like targeting the one that the other ones were getting mad at.
Oh no.
Yeah. So right at the end of day one, we do. So this is the end of day one. We're going to slow down just a little bit because I have two important people that I need to introduce you to.
Mm-hmm.
First, we're going to talk about one of the guards. And I didn't put his real name in here, but who cares? He sucks. So he becomes known as, everybody calls him John Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And from the moment the guards get their uniforms, they all said that he in particular shifted into character. Like he was like, once I put those sunglasses on, I was going to be the baddest one. Like I was going to try and see how far I could push this.
Yeah.
Other guards were like nervous or joking around. John Wayne was not joking. Like I said, he admitted
he's like merging into the.
Oh yeah. And then on the other side, we have a prisoner 8612, whose real name is Doug. Mm-hmm. And unlike some of the other prisoners who are still kind of like half laughing, like, yo, this is nuts.
Yeah.
He's like, already the dehumanization is hitting him hard from the beginning.
No.
Yeah. He immediately notices the way the guards are talking to them. He notices how small the cells feel. Like he'll say that the numbers really hit him because he would be like, my name is Doug. And they're like, nope, sorry, 8612.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
On the first day?
First day.
That's wild.
So during one of the head counts, when everybody's getting exhausted, these went on and they did them like, they would say like, it would be like 5 minutes later and they would come back in and be like, head count time after they just ended one.
Yeah.
So everybody's getting exhausted and tense. And 8612 gets kind of pushes back. He like mumbles something under his breath being like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's when everyone was kind of like, whoop. Like it's clocked by the guards and the prisoners. Like that's the first time anybody's like spoken back.
Yeah.
You know? So now let's go into day 2. That's when things already are tighter than they had been the day before. The guards come in more confident, more organized, and I feel like they said a lot less playful. These were words they used. Mm-hmm. I was like, we were playing before.
It was all fun and games on day 1.
Yeah.
Day 2?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and that's when 8612 Doug really starts to unravel. He had been uneasy from the start, but that morning he just couldn't hold it together anymore. Mm-hmm. He started crying and told the guards he wanted out of the experiment. He said he couldn't do this, it didn't feel right, and that he felt trapped. He had been uneasy from the start, but that morning he just couldn't hold it. Instead of letting him leave, the guards treated it like he was misbehaving. Oh, no. They grabbed him and took him out of the cell and shoved him into what they called the hole. And the hole wasn't a cell. It was basically a tiny storage closet, like in the hallway.
Yeah.
And they would just close the door on him so he'd be in complete darkness.
Oh my God.
They left him in there alone in the dark with no sense of how, like, he'd had no long he'd been there or what was going to happen. It wasn't just punishment. They were isolating him.
Wait, question really quick.
Yeah.
So was the psychologist or whatever watching them on camera?
Yes.
So he saw that he wanted to leave and he just let him.
Exactly. So you read my mind. But yes, they had cameras everywhere. And then Zimbardo and his team were like watching what was unfolding on the camera so that they could like take notes and like.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they just never watch them. They just go in and so like, how'd it go, guys?
They just see the mental state at the end. They're like, okay, I see I proved my point. Mm-hmm.
But so yes, Zimbardo sees everything that's going on and he decides to intervene. Mm-hmm. He personally brings 8612 upstairs out of the basement and away from the mock prison. Instead, though, of treating this like he's checking in on 8612, Zimbardo decides that he's going to fully step into like a prison role. And he sits down with 8612, but the conversation is not like, are you okay? Do you want to leave? It's more of like it's almost like he's dealing with a problematic inmate. So he's almost like, you really want to give up? Mm-hmm. Like, then he brings in and creates a fake parole board. He gathers other researchers and staff and has them sit around the table with 8612, and like they are basically treating him like he's really incarcerated.
Yeah.
And it's fucking with his mind.
Yeah,
like,
that would freak me out.
He's like, I can't leave. Like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
But they're questioning him, and they talk about whether he deserves to be released. They debate his behavior like it's a real prison hearing. Like, does he feel like that? Has he been reformed?
Mm-hmm.
And then they tell him that if he leaves early, he has to forfeit all the money he's been promised for participating. So now leaving isn't just a personal decision. It's something he would actually have to pay for because he's a college kid. I'm sure he has a job that he's not going to. And it's only been a day, but he doesn't know that.
Yeah.
After going through all of that, 8612 ultimately decides to quit the experiment and is officially released on day 2.
Okay, I was going to say I'd still be out of there.
Yeah. He does at one point go back down, but like he has a full mental breakdown and like he goes back down into the prison after they do like the parole board to him and he's fully yelling, "We can't leave. They won't let us leave. This isn't an experiment." Like,
oh my God.
They broke this guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
After a day?
After a day. And he's in some of the documentaries.
That is scary though.
Yeah. Like, no, he's in some of the documentaries and he just like seems like such a nice, well, they all seemed like nice people. And then I had to remember like, oh yeah, I seen the clips of you. So he's released on day 2. Oh, when they bring him down, they also treat it as if he tried to escape. So
he's like, I just got out of a closet, man.
So now the guards are leaning even harder into like psychological punishment. They start taking away bedding, and then they create a privileged cell, which is the only one that has beds in it, and they reward the prisoners who cooperate by allowing them to be in the privileged cell. Making it clear that good behavior gets you comfort while resistance gets you humiliation. By the end of day 2, you can clearly see the divide. Some prisoners are trying to cooperate to survive. Others are still resisting, and the guards are fully settled into their roles. And Zimbardo is no longer behaving like a detached researcher. He should not be a part of the experiment.
No, he should just be observing.
Exactly. And he made himself a part of the experiment.
He's like, I want to join in.
Yeah. Also to have somebody literally like crying, and like with 8612, he was in the hole and he's literally crying like, I want my mom. He starts saying like, you guys don't understand. I'm burning up in here. I'm burning up. Like, he's going through a psychological break.
Yeah.
And so then for Zimbardo to like lean harder into it, to be like,
see how far he can push it.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've been reformed? Do you feel like you should be allowed to be released?
Yeah.
Is wild. Okay. So day 3, we're tipping over even more. By this point, the guards are completely settled into the roles. They're more coordinated with each other, more comfortable exercising power, and way less concerned of like, hey, nobody's stepping in and stopping us. So they begin organizing themselves into shifts. They start like, they have the morning shift, the afternoon shift, and the night shift. And it's always seems like they are like competing a little bit of like who can be the best guard and maintain the most control. And as they have like the shift changes, they're almost having these like exchanging of stories of like, guess what we did?
Oh my God.
So then the next shift comes in to like be the better one, to like brag to the next group. So the head counts continued. Now they are being used very deliberately as a tool of domination. They make them longer. They make them louder. So they're like yelling in these guys' faces, and they are chaotic. Even if one prisoner messes up, they punish everyone. Punishments also start getting more inventive and humiliating. They force prisoners to do push-ups in the hallway. So like if you messed up your number, it was like, okay, 10 push-ups. Those weren't good 10 push-ups. Now 20 push-ups. those weren't good 20 push-ups. Now 30 push-ups.
I feel like they're only going to get worse.
I was like, can I go from my knees? Like,
I know.
And then, but again, like the guys are standing in the hallway like, dude, come on, just do the push-ups.
Yeah.
And then it will be like, hold a plank or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
then they start using food as leverage, letting the cooperative prisoners eat first while making others wait. I read that I know this is a thing for animals in zoos,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like this was something that I read or heard that they would do too, is like the first prisoners would get the most food
Mm-hmm.
and they would have like, you were supposed to have portions, but like the first prisoners to get the food would get like grab the most.
Mm-hmm.
And then there would be like less and less food for the people after
Oh.
them. But like in zoos, the animals know as the food is like getting lower and lower. And sometimes they get aggressive towards the like trainer,
Mm-hmm.
which as they should,
Yeah.
you know, but just found an interesting thing because they were getting like the farther down the line you were for when you got to eat, the more aggressive you probably would be because
You know
you're
what
hungry.
you're getting.
Yeah.
And you're hungry.
The language at this point starts to shift too. The guards start openly referring to the prisoners as if they are less than human, meaning like going back to the like numbers and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, the prisoners are deteriorating. Some of them become very passive, doing exactly what they're told and trying to stay under the radar. Others are still resentful and resistant, but they're clearly more tired and less unified than they were before. The divisions between them deepen. The good prisoners of the privileged cell get treated better, which creates jealousy and resentment from the other prisoners. At the same time, Zimbardo is becoming more and more embedded in the situation. He spends a lot of time in the basement now. He's not just observing, he's actively making decisions about how the prison should run. He starts referring to it as my prison rather than the experiment. There is a key moment on day 3 when Zimbardo invites an outside visitor, a Catholic priest, to come in and talk to the prisoners. This is 3 days, and they're supposed to be in there for 2 weeks.
That's crazy.
The priest is supposed to act like kind of a neutral moral authority. When he arrives, the prisoners introduce themselves by their numbers instead of their names. So they've already been like programmed to not even, they know they're not supposed to say their names.
Yeah.
Which shocks the priest. He tries to remind them that they are still human beings and not real inmates. Sorry, I'm laughing out of nervousness, but like, again, this was 3 days.
That's crazy.
But instead of like, he keeps being like, no, you're Taylor. Like, and he's like, no.
He's like, don't say
don't
that.
say it. So instead of pushing back against the system, the priest ends up treating it like a real prison too.
Mm-hmm.
He even suggests that the prisoners might need lawyers if they want to get out, which further reinforces the illusion that they are actually trapped. After he leaves, the guards use that moment to tighten control even more, seeing it as validation that this is a real prison.
Fills my stomach.
You should have had some of the cheese. By the end of day 3, the psychological transformation is undeniable. The guards are more authoritarian than ever. The prisoners are more defeated, divided, and submissive. And Zimbardo is fully in the role of superintendent. So deep in it that he's no longer really questioning what's happening anymore.
He's like, why am I doing this again?
Yeah.
This is fun.
Right. What is it called when you're like, he was like method acting?
Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I got an eyelash in my eye.
Oh no. That's the worst.
Well, I mean, I think the story is worse than getting an eyelash in your eye.
I don't know. The eyelash in the eye really hurts, especially when it has mascara on it.
That's true. And I always. Oh lordy.
You get it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank God.
Close one.
It was.
Almost lost an eye.
Close one that. I really like that.
I don't know what that was, but yes.
Okay, so day 4 is where cruelty is just, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
We're going to go through the days. I'm just going to say they're going to get worse. By now, the guards are completely comfortable in the roles. They move around the basement like it's actually their prison, and they are far less concerned about what's ethical or appropriate. They start to organize punishments instead of just reacting in the moment. They plan ways to break the prisoners. So it's like the prisoners didn't even have to do anything. They had plans for the day. The head counts are still happening, again, still being extended, but they're finding more ways to make the prisoners confused. So they will start like shouting like instructions at the prisoners, like give me 10 push-ups, and then another guard will be like, why are you doing push-ups? Stand up, like just to like fuck with them.
Yeah.
One of the biggest shifts on day 4 is now how sexualized some of the humiliation becomes. The guards force certain prisoners to perform degrading acts towards one another, things like pretending to be sexual with each other. They make some prisoners strip naked or hold. Use your...
Yeah.
I mean...
Say no more.
They're holding positions. And they make the other prisoners watch them while they do it. At one point, they force one prisoner to act like a slave for another prisoner who has been placed in the privileged cell, making him polish shoes or clean while being verbally degraded. They also use food as a weapon more aggressively. Some prisoners are denied meals entirely as punishment, while others are rewarded with better portions. Meanwhile, the prisoners are in bad shape. Some are completely withdrawn, barely speaking unless spoken to. Others are anxious, jumpy, and clearly on edge. The sense of solidarity that briefly existed earlier in the experiment is basically gone. Zimbardo is still heavily involved. He's constantly in and out of the basement, observing, but also making decisions about how things should run, which if you are a researcher, I cannot express this again. You do not go into your experiment and change the, like...
Yeah.
You let it play out. Well, you don't let it, you should not let this play out. It should have been stopped. But he's treating the escalating behavior as if it's part of the realism of a prison. There's also a moment on day 4 where parents of some of the prisoners start to show up. They have a parent day. And instead of them letting them see, so they take the prisoners out of the hallway. And Zimbardo puts like more official version of the prison, cleaning things up, making it seem more like orderly than it actually is. So the parents don't fully grasp how bad it's gotten. And they say on Parents' Day, like they had like a meeting room where the parent, like you, like how you would go and meet a prisoner if you were visiting them. And these guys will not break. Like they will not break. They are, I'm in for, robbery and my number is...
Oh, dang.
Like, and their parents are like, this is an experiment, right? No, I am prisoner number and I am in for this. Like,
that's crazy.
It's wild. End of day 4. Guards have lost all sense of boundaries. These prisoners are deeply traumatized, and the experiment has gone far beyond what was originally supposed to do. Day 5. By this point, the guards are operating with absolutely no rules. They are guards. Like, the basement is really functioning as if it's a real prison. Day 5's morning begins with more head counts. They're even more chaotic. They continue to use that confusion technique to, again, the contradicting shouting. And one of the guards, John Wayne, is especially harsh. He continues to single out certain prisoners, pushing them psychologically and making examples out of them in front of others. The prisoners are emotionally numb. They are not trying to resist. They're tired and fragmented as a whole. At some point during day 5, Zimbardo brings in a graduate student named Christina Maslach. She's also dating Zimbardo, and he's kind of like showing her around the basement to observe it, but he's almost like showing off, like, look what we've created. And she's just like horrified.
She's like, wow.
Listen, all you needed was one woman to tell you something was wrong. She sees what's going on. She sees the prisoners being humiliated, forced into those. She sees the sexual positioning happening.
Yeah.
She sees boys that are just emotionally broken who like won't make eye contact. They look like they're afraid you're going to touch them.
Mm-hmm.
She confronts Zimbardo, tells him that what is happening is unethical and out of control, and that it's the first time from outside seriously challenges him. So Zimbardo is defensive. He argues that this is just how prisons are. Like, this is what this was what I was intending to prove, and that the experiment is working.
He's having a little too much fun with the experiment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Christina's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
She makes it very clear that what he's doing is crossing the line, and that he has absolutely lost his perspective and goal.
Yeah.
And at this point, he has just he has created a not a prison. He has created a place of torture.
Yeah.
And that he needs to stop. Meanwhile, so they're fighting, but the basement is still out of control. The guards can like feel like something is shifting, though. They can kind of feel like, oh, this might be over soon.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're taking it up a notch?
They're taking it up a notch. Day 6 starts with more of the same. Head counts, humiliation, psychological pressure, increasingly authoritarian guards.
Mm-hmm.
Zimbardo is a little different today, though. After Christina has confronted him, he can't see the experiment the same way. So he's coming in with a different perspective. He's more aware that he's not just observing a situation, he's actively shaping and perpetuating it. He begins to recognize that he's fully he's like, oh, I actually am a prison superintendent. Yes, I have created a real prison, and this is horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So on day 6, he makes the decision to shut the experiment down. Mm-hmm. Originally, this was supposed to last up to 2 weeks. It only lasted 6 days. Zimbardo calls everyone together and officially ends the study. The guards are told to take off their uniforms and return to being students. The prisoners are released from their cells. And when they release them, they open the doors and they don't go out of the cell because they're that like broken. He's like, no, you're free. Go.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's a trick. It's a trap. But they are let out. They have this really amazing scene in the Stanford Prison Experiment movie.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I highly recommend the movie, even though, Ezra Miller is in it and he's problematic, but it is a good movie. So just put a sticker over your TV and just hope it blocks his face like every time that he moves around.
Mm-hmm.
But they have this really cool scene where they the prisoners and the guards are all going back and changing into being students and all walking out of the basement.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're changing back into their normal clothes and they're all walking out of the basement and the psychology building together, reminding you that, oh my God,
they're just students.
They were just students.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention on one of the days, they hogtied one of the prisoners.
Oh my God.
For, I forget what it was. I think it was that he ate too much food or asked for more food or something like that. And I forget exactly what it was, but they hog-tied him.
That's wild.
Yeah. So in the aftermath, Zimbardo and his team conduct interviews to analyze what happened, trying to understand how quote unquote normal people could become so cruel and how quickly that transformation happened.
He's including myself.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Are you part of that interview? He's like, so tell me. How did it happen?
It's like a mirror.
Yeah. It's just him talking to himself in the bathroom in the morning. Hey, Zimmy boy.
Hail, Zimmy boy.
The Stanford Prison...
He slaps himself across the face.
Honestly. The Stanford Prison Experiment becomes one of the most famous and controversial studies in psychology. Some people point to it as proof that situations can shape behavior more than personality. Others criticize it for being unethical, poorly controlled, and deeply flawed. But no matter how you look at it, the experiment left a lasting mark, not just on psychology, but everyone who lived through it.
Mm-hmm.
There is an interview with the guy that was John Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and the prisoner that is 8612. And 8612 is like they're talking to each other after the experiment,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like 8612 is like, God, like, how was it? Or John Wayne is like, how was it for you? And he's like, you guys broke us. Like, and he goes, and I look at you right now, you're a normal guy. You're a normal dude. I think you're a good dude. I don't think that like what you did was your fault. And the John Wayne guy goes, oh no, dude. Like I was trying to break you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like, I was trying to be the biggest and the baddest. And then he's like, well, like 8612 is like, well, you did it. Like,
I know, dang.
but it's crazy watching them interact together because like they just like they're two normal guys sitting across from each other, like talking about this like shared experience, but they're in normal clothes. But all it took was them putting these like costumes on that changed.
And method acting, basically, like how you said it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, that was the Stanford Prison Experiment.
That was wild.
Yeah.
And it didn't ring any bells. I don't remember it.
Okay.
So I'm glad you told it. No, that's a good thing. I got to hear it in your retelling. But no, that's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine if it went the full 2 weeks. Imagine if Christina never saw that and stopped
I feel like
it.
there definitely would have been longer lasting psychological effects for sure.
I think somebody would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Or like, yeah, either died or literally had a full on like psychosis moment or something.
Well, 8612 did.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to find the clip because
The mental breakdown.
Yeah. Like you can just, when somebody is like gutturally yelling, like out of
Like in
true
distress.
fear and just, distress, like that is what it sounds like.
I can't stand hearing that.
It's
kind
rough.
of stuff.
Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah.
Well, so what did, in conclusion, like, what do you think?
What do I think?
Mm-hmm. Like his experiment I mean, not if you liked the experiment. I mean, like, do you think it is like people in like certain roles?
Yeah. I mean, I do. Cause like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like an example. Like, for example, like, I feel like you give me a whistle, I might
Get
a
into
little
character.
cocky. Yeah. Well, okay. Do you think about this? I think about it sometimes when I have the microphone on like the live shows. I feel like I'm in charge. Like everybody shut up. I have the mic. I'm joking, but like I think there has to be something about
some level of it.
Yeah. Because like that's what actors do is they get into character.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like I don't know. I truly don't know. It feels inconclusive.
Yeah, because I feel like each individual person's so different. Because like you were saying in the beginning, like as far as you knew, they were normal guys, but you don't know if there's any like underlying things where they're like, give me the sunglasses and I'm gonna like take it to a whole other level.
Yeah. So. And I also find it wild. Like that's why I find like it so interesting that almost every single one of them, even if they became guards, almost every single one of them were like, yeah, I'm a pacifist. Yeah, like I don't want to be a prisoner. I just want to like chill.
Mm-hmm.
I want nothing to do with being the authority figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they still did it. And that's I forgot when these guards talk about what they did to these guys, because they did horrifying things. And they were young. Mm-hmm. No excuses. But like when they interview them, their eyes are like glazed over. They're just like, I don't know why we did that. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, I feel like they're literally putting you in the situation. Mm-hmm. Like you're down there. You're basically like, I feel like it probably makes it even easier to get into that space. And then you're over here on one end being told, like, this is an experiment, do what you can to break these people, get into character, be as bad as you can, and they are, without, like, I don't know. I just feel like knowing that in their head that it's just an experiment is like their excuse for everything that they did, basically. So, and not saying it's like, I don't feel like it's all on them.
Yeah, no. But like, I also feel like all it takes is one person to continue to push the boundaries.
Yeah.
And like Zimbardo jumping into it doesn't help because he is the authority figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how we talk about, like when you're little, and they were college. And so I feel like
still
young, you know, and an adult, a professor of psychology is getting into it with you.
It's like blurring the lines.
Well, it's giving you, whether he's actively saying to continue to do this, him being a part of it and not stopping it is like, for lack of a better phrase, permission by omission, you know?
Yeah. No, I agree. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So Lindsay Hubbard.
Yes. Well, just because I feel, no,
I can totally see it.
Yeah. Like, she would be the baddest. Like, she's built.
She's John Wayne.
Yeah, she would be John Wayne. And she was in, like, ROTC and stuff, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was born to be a warden.
No, I could see that.
Yeah. Like, yes.
Yeah. Getting them all in line.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good one.
Thanks.
Thank you for telling it.
You're welcome.
But anyway, that wraps up our episode for today, guys.
Thanks for listening.
It was awesome. Next episode will be our live show. We'll be back to our true crime and paranormal stories.
Yep.
And again, Friday the 13th, Jared's 6 p.m. Be there. And then if you guys want to send us any stories or any feedback, you can email us at
igsttystories@gmail.com.
Or you can reach out to us on social media.
Yeah.
At
IGSTTYpod. And we're on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And we have what is it called?
Oh, the Meetup app?
Yeah.
We joined a Meetup so we can meet a lot more local people and try to get the word out about our live shows. So if you're listening from the Meetup app, maybe like leave us a comment or a DM and let us know it's working. I don't know.
It's not just us meeting up with each other all the time. Just kidding.
Just a bunch of bots.
Yeah. Let us know you're real.
Let us know you're real and you really want to show up. That would be awesome.
And then please rate, review, subscribe. Like we said, it just helps us out a ton.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys on Friday the 13th.
Woohoo! Later.